This is a video log pertaining to video evidence pertaining to what's happening towards me in San Diego, California, in the town or city of La Jolla, whatever you want to call it, town or city. This is an evidence video. Keep it, cross-reference all information that I state in it, in order for and then you'll be able to synthesize the information in order to be able to observe a holistic pictorial representation in reference to the evidence. My name is Leslie Williams and I'm in San Diego, California. Please go to YouTube and Google. Well, actually, what you want to do in this case is go to Google. And what I did was I typed in Curtis Webb, San Diego DA's officer, okay, gang stalking, human trafficking. Now, a bunch of different websites came up pertaining to it, along with 2 videos that I made on this date. Okay, and you can see the whole title of the videos right here. So when you look at these 2 YouTube videos, you'll not only see the date that they were published on 8/9/2014, but you'll also see the published date is that as well. The reason why I'm stating this is because what I'm about ready to do right now, before I show you the blog that implicates, there's at least 3 blogs that implicate this individual, Curtis Webb, okay? I'm only going to show you one of them, at least right now. That's what I think I'll do. But what I'm doing right now is I'm literally going to go to Instagram on my phone, so I can show you, because the ticket right now itself has been put away, in case they come down here and try to rob me. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm literally going to this Instagram 14 seconds. Okay, this is going to be 15 seconds. Okay, Instagram videos only allow you to take a video that's 15 seconds or less. So I'm going to play this and then I'm going to replay it because I accidentally hit the button. University of California Police Department. This is the ticket number 78487. This was the ticket in order to get UCSD SDPD whistleblower to move from this area, August 27th. Okay, now that ticket that you're seeing right here is from the University of California Police Department. UCSD came down to this hiking area on 8/27/2014 to give me a ticket to move. Now, I've already made some videos about that, so... Okay, this is going to be 15... Oops, sorry. Go ahead. Nope. Okay, this is going to be 15 seconds. University of California Police Department. This is the ticket number 78487. This was the ticket in order to get UCSD SDPD whistleblower to move from this area, August 27th. Now, this occurred on August 27th. These YouTube videos showing me exposing Curtis Webb, okay, were on August 9th. Okay. Now, why am I telling you all this? I have been gang stalked all over UCSD campus. Let me just show you a couple things here in order to be able to show you that there is evidence online pertaining to this. I'm going to go into my playlist on my YouTube channel. And then basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to literally scroll to... Ooh, hang on. Playlist, gang stalking universities. Here we go. University gang stalking. Okay, this is evidence for lawyer. Now, basically what the first video is here, because all this information folds onto itself. This is a YouTube title here, Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Library Security, Admitting Stage Complaint Can Cause Her to Be Banned, UCSD. That is the whole title of it. It was uploaded on January 30th, 2014. That night when I went home, I was brutally assaulted. Okay? Now, you can go to YouTube and type in Learning Disabled Woman Brutally Assaulted Again. Learning Disabled Woman Brutally Assaulted on MTS Bus. Okay? I've been assaulted 4 times. At least 3 of the 4 assaults have been predicted. Alright, look at this. I want you to see the... Now, why am I making this? 2 were predicted in email files and 2 were predicted in blogs. I'm sorry, in video files. Now, that YouTube video that I just showed you is literally a YouTube video of me catching a UCSD library security guard admitting that a stage complaint can cause me to be banned from their libraries. It was caught as this tape recorder was hidden on me recording. Okay? This event occurred on November 20th, 2013. Now, this event right here that you're about ready to watch occurred on October 29th, 2013, not even a month before. Okay? Not even a month before me catching the library security guard admitting to what he admitted to. Okay? That event occurred again on 11/20/2013. This video is in reference to 10/29/13, which was about 22 days before. This event right here is UCSD campus police being in my physical presence as a result of an idiot that they more than likely used. I was inside the Club Med restaurant, uploading videos and getting something to eat. Gang stalking, oh my God, was constantly and repetitively said around me as I'm doing this. The Club Med restaurant closes at 2 o'clock. Okay? So what I did was, I got done eating, gathered my belongings together, and then walked to the bike rack right outside the Club Med restaurant. Gang stalking, oh my God, was caught on multiple audio files being said by Club Med employees, students, and staff coming in to use the actual restaurant. Now, repeating gang stalk and oh my God around me everywhere I go, every single day. Okay? Is there a way to let me know I'm being gang stalked? Because they gotta know where I'm at and who I am to do it. Also getting around me and repeating certain physical gestures. They're called sensitization methods, where they will repeat words, phrases, physical gestures, sounds, colors, even repeatedly using the same person. Okay? That'll just be done though on subsequent dates, so they can't say that that same person stalked you from one day to the next. So they'll use them on, say, the 1st of March, and then not use them again until the 21st of March, then use them again on the 5th of April, stuff like that. And that's usually just for the sensitization methods of harassment, because basically you can research what sensitization is online, so I don't have to go into a long explanation concerning it, which will deflect me and distract me from me staying on the subject matter, which is what I am doing. Now, the reason I brought up this event was because this event that occurred pertaining to the YouTube video I just showed you, its title, it occurred on UCSD campus on October 29, 2013. I locked out of the Club Med restaurant after getting done eating, gathered up on my property, went to the bike rack in order to be able to unlock my bike and then go about my day, pertaining to where I was going to go for the remaining amount of that day. A kid walks by me. I could tell he was a student. He walks by me and he stops. And he starts staring at me. So when I looked up and noticed him doing it, I said, is there a problem? He goes, no. He walks 3 feet away. Hold on. He walks 3 feet away, and then he stopped and started staring at me again. Then he walked away and went to the emergency phone, which is on a pole about 35 feet away. Okay? So I could tell something was going on, okay? Because nobody just stands there and stops you watching you unlock your cable lock on your bike, act like nothing's going on, even though he's staring you down like you wouldn't believe, and then walks away from you and goes and gets on the emergency phone. So I thought, well, what are they doing now? So I unlocked the bike. I believe I put the bike lock in the bike basket. I might have put it around the neck of the seat, and then walked the bike over towards the telephone pole where he was making the call at. As I'm approaching him, he's saying, she's here right now. She's here right now. This was done so the video camera up on the pole could get a video picture of me in reference to this phone call. They claimed that the video camera was more than likely off. Total bullshit. Just hear me out. So, here I am, approaching this guy innocently. I'm not threatening him. I even made sure that I stopped about 7 feet from him because I didn't want them to think, I don't want to give these guys any hooks that they can hook you on, because that's what gang stalking is all about. Baiting you and hooking you in their schemes and in their drama that they intentionally create in order to bring about a desired result, a desired effect as a result of the event being staged. The event is the hook. Okay? How they benefit is the result of the event. That's why these things are staged, to bring about a staged event for a desired effect, a desired result. At least pertaining to like an event like this, it's at least done to at least bring about extreme mental duress of a target. Because while they're experiencing the event, living through it, coming down from it after it's over with, that's stressful. And one of the main methodologies in gang stalking is to mentally wear the target down and out. So I approach him, I stop about 7 feet away, and as soon as I stop, he goes, get away from me, get away from me, get away from me. He then says, she's right here, she's right here. So I thought, now what the hell is going on? Because I could automatically tell he was talking about me because he said she's right here. So he then gets off the phone, and I said, what's going on? Why are you calling the police? And he wouldn't say nothing. So I stood there waiting, and then I turned my head back, and then guess what he did? He walked away from the phone and started walking away extremely fast towards the parking lot. So I walked up to the phone and I said, look, I picked it up and said, look, somebody I think just called you about me, something to do with my bike. So if it was about me, I'm standing right here waiting for you. And they said, yes, a call just did just come in pertaining to a probable stolen bike being stolen in progression, something along those lines. So I thought, oh great, now what are they gonna do? So the little skanky UCSD campus police officers show up within a minute of that guy walking away. They approached me and started asking me about my bike. I said, it's my bike, here's my bike locks. Okay, it's not a stolen bike, it's my bike. In fact, when you go to the YouTube and you type this title in pertaining to the last YouTube title I showed you on the video, there's a video. In fact, let me make sure it's in there. There should be a video in the description of this YouTube video, okay? Because it appears that they're also parroting events of harassment. Alright, so I did not put that in, but there is a blog pertaining to this event. An individual that they got to harass me off of La Jolla Village Square intersection in La Jolla the day before tried to accuse me of my bike being stolen. As I'm getting off the bus, crossing the street, and as I'm continuing to walk up the street, he's standing at the corner holding up a sign, help homeless, family homeless children, and then he starts harassing me. So I got on my video camera to take a video picture of him because I knew he had been used in the past. So then he gets out his video camera and points it towards me, but the lens is not erected and it's got a lens cover on the case. What he was doing was hiding his face while he's acting like he's taking a video picture of me. I even said, your camera's not even on. He then tries to say, is that your bike? Is that your bike? Is that your bike? I said, yeah, it's my bike. I got the receipt to prove it's my bike because it is my bike. Then the very next day, I take that video and I upload it to the internet at Club Med. I walk out of Club Med and then this event occurs. Okay? Now, why I'm talking to these two little skanky, filthy, whore UCSD campus police, okay, guess what they're saying? They're saying they're denying I'm being gang stalked cleverly, okay? They put me through the mill and the ringer concerning my bike and me proving it that it's mine, okay? They conveniently said that, I pointed out to him, I said, look, I go, if this guy's accusing me of stealing my own bike, why don't you just go back and get the video feed from the camera that's right on top of the telephone pole where the emergency phone is at that he used to call you. They said, well, cameras are not always on all the time. Complete fucking bullshit. Okay? Excuse my language, please. Basically what I'm trying to say in this video, I didn't even care about the event. Alright, but in this video, you clearly hear me state, after the arguing and everything going on back and forth, you clearly hear me state, I'm beginning to think that this shit is being staged. This occurred, okay? This occurred exactly, well, I caught the library security guard admitting that a staged complaint can cause me to be banned on November 20th. This occurred on the 29th of the previous month. Okay? Now in this video, you clearly hear me say in the video that I'm beginning to think that this was staged. Occurred on October 29, 2013. This video right here shows me on 11/20/2013 catching a UCSD library security guard admitting a staged complaint can cause me to be banned. Okay? Do the math. Now, what else am I doing? What I'm going to show you right here is a video of me being gang stalked in the same exact identical way I'm gang stalked at UCSD at SDSU. So this is a 4-part video series, and the one you want to listen to is 10 minutes and 5 seconds long. This is the best one out of all of them. While I'm sitting at a table outside of the food court on SDSU property, eating my food that I brought with me, some individuals were sitting on a table right outside the food court. Right here, see it? Now when you bring up this YouTube title, you're gonna see, this is what you're gonna see in the video. Okay, that's what you'll see right there. Now what you're listening for in the background is students saying, gang stalking, oh my god, gang stalk, oh my god, gang stalker, oh my god. Okay, repetitively, pretty close together, back to back, and continuously. You just gotta listen. Okay? Now, this event actually occurred, it wasn't uploaded until March of 2013, but this event actually occurred in November of 2012, and I can prove it, because I still got the video files, and each video file has a time and stamp date on it. Plus, the tape recorder was picking it up as well, and the tape recorder runs by date and time. Now, this occurred before the event occurred at SDSU in the library, which is directly across from where that young man is standing at, that I just pointed to. Okay? Now, the same exact identical verbal harassment has been caught happening around me. Exactly the same verbal harassment. In other words, the verbal harassment is identically the same. Okay? Go to YouTube and type in Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Gang Stalking at UCSD Price Center. Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Gang Stalking at UCSD Club Med. Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Gang Stalking at UCSD Libraries. Okay? And make sure that when you bring up those videos, because there's going to be a numerous amount of videos for you to be able to bring up pertaining to UCSD and SDSU. What you want to do is you want to look up, okay, you want to look into the, what you want to do is you want to look in the description of each YouTube video. Because in the description of those videos, and most of them, are copied and pasted blogs, titles. That you can easily take you 1 second to copy and paste, copy it, then go to Google search and paste it into the Google search box, bring it up. And each one of those videos, each one of those blogs holds a huge amount of videos pertaining to the same exact identical verbal harassment, not just being caught at UCSD or SDSU, but along all my routes as well. Okay, including inside the San Diego Police Department headquarters, inside of the San Diego City Council meeting chambers, multiple restaurants, multiple movie theaters, 2 separate Ralph's grocery stores, and in locations that are over 35 miles apart from each other. Okay, public libraries as well, San Diego public libraries, university libraries. Okay. Now I'm gonna get back to SDSU in 1 second here, but first what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you this blog. Okay. Go to YouTube right now. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. 1 second. Okay. Go to Google right now and type this in. UCSD and Law Library, San Diego, are they networking? Okay, and then the remaining title of the blog is Are They Networking Gang Stalking? This is the latest blog that's been posted by me. It was created on September 12, 2014, and it has been updated since then. It's not finished yet, but understand this, please, and be clear. It's got a slew amount of evidence of me being a victim of this crime, showing it happening around me everywhere I go, every single day, on top of evidence of 3 predicted assaults, and much more. Okay? Now here's another thing. I'm going to show you something. One of the techniques they're using against me and around me to intentionally, mentally let me know that I'm being gang stalked overtly, directly, is by getting around me and repeating gang stalk, oh my god. Now, I was gang stalked from Michigan to Connecticut and from Connecticut to San Diego. I was posting some sections of a timeline in my email files going all the way back to 2006, 2007, and 2008, so I could compose the timeline anonymously. Basically, what I was doing was creating a bunch of different sections of timelines of sections of events that happened over time in a sequential order. I was doing a little bit of it each day, saving the sections of the timelines in my Gmail accounts and Yahoo accounts. And then what I had planned on doing once I was completed was copying and pasting the whole thing together, okay? And then going into Google Documents and then removing my name by renaming my name for Jane Doe. Before I got a chance to do this, the perpetrators in Michigan hacked into my email account and my blog account, composed these timelines together, and then posted it on the internet in order to make it appear that it was me doing it, because they knew in these timelines that there was questionable behavior going on, okay, that could possibly put me in an altered, in other words, it was done to alter your perception about what kind of a person I am. Intentionally, it was done by them. Now, I can even go back and show you in these in any Gmail account and Yahoo account that was used to compose this timeline, you can easily tell that a portion of the timeline was already, that the name had already been changed. So why would I go in and make all these sections of this timeline and then go through a good portion of the blog and rename it Jane Doe, and then them go in, and then go in, and then go in, and and post it on the internet with my name in it, if I didn't want it there to begin with. Now, when I noticed that they had did this, a bunch of stuff was going on towards me currently that was distracting my ability to continue to take it back out of the blog. I should have just, that would have only been one step. But you got to understand, when it comes to gang stalking, sometimes, for one, you're distracted by everything they're doing towards you, so you even forget what you wanted to go to a place to do, like computer work or even to a grocery store. The whole point being is that I did not and was not able to, at that time when it was first noticed, to go back and change it all. Hold on. In those blogs, it literally shows that people were being propped up on the stairs of my apartment door, and on the other side of the door, you know, the outside of the door, the not the inside of the apartment, but right outside the door of the apartment, and repeating, "Oh my God." Now, ladies and gentlemen, when you research all of the YouTube videos that are in the blog that I just showed you, pertaining to the blog title, UCSD and Law Library San Diego, are they networking gang stalking? You'll clearly be able to see a bunch of videos and supporting every single last bit of it is evidence. But what you're going to notice in this evidence is that gang stalk and "oh my God" is being said around me constantly and repetitively everywhere I go. It's how they let you know, in part, that you're being gang stalked, because they got to know where you're at and who you are to do it. So think about this: how was I gang stalked from Michigan to San Diego in 2006, then from Michigan to Connecticut, then to San Diego in 2011? Go to Google right now and type in interstate stalking and gang stalking. Okay? Gang stalking is a nationwide syndicate that is up and operating in every state and local government in the United States. Organized crime is also involved in it. Institutions, corporations, and the wealthy can be involved in it as well. And everybody plays a role in the money they make off a target, because they're all used when they're needed to be used. Okay? Case in point, if the government initiates gang stalking of you, a notification system, you'll be put on a notification system by them. They'll combine it with a lie, a complete bogus lie. Go to YouTube and Google and type in community notifications and gang stalking, sexual offenders notification and gang stalking, violent persons registry and gang stalking, the offenders notification and gang stalking. And these are notification law enforcement tools that are supposed to be used in order to notify the public about somebody who is a threat to themselves or others, okay, out and about in the community. I should not be on them for any reason whatsoever, flat out, period. But this is one of the notification systems they're using, and then putting the target's name on it, combining it with a lie. Go to YouTube and type in "listen to a stranger" to see how easy it is to dupe anybody that's at any place to do something for somebody who has a appearing position of authority. Hold on. Now, the point being is this. That right there in itself shows that I was experiencing, because there ain't no way. There is no way at all I could come out here to La Jolla and get numerous amounts of videos of individuals repeating gang stalking, "oh my God," around me everywhere I go in the same exact identical way. While all the while, it's in my email accounts that I typed in, they were getting outside of one of my apartment doors and saying "oh my God" and "weird" and "crazy" and other crazy shit. Yeah. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm trying to do right now is expose to you the methodologies that are used against the gang stalking target, including me, all pertaining to what technique I'm talking about, pertaining to the techniques of what they do. Hold on one second, I'm getting out some other evidence. Because I want to be able to prove to you in this video that what I'm saying is the truth. Go to YouTube and type in "learning disabled woman gang stalked in Yucca Valley, California." And what you're going to be listening for is people on the bus repeating gang stalking, "oh my God." I'm going to play one of the audios right now as soon as I can get my other phone out. Now, at the beginning of this video, I showed you some videos of I showed you a video picture of some YouTube videos and their titles pertaining to me exposing a San Diego DA's office officer in a YouTube video. It's even mentioned in the title of the YouTube video. Okay? So, go to Google right now and YouTube and type in Curtis Webb, San Diego DA's officer, gang stalking, human trafficking. You'll understand why you will understand why I am re-mentioning it in a second. Now, me being gang stalked at this area and experiencing the same exact harassment at this area that I experienced at UCSD, SDSU, remember, go to that blog, okay? That should automatically tell anybody who's watching my videos that it's either a person, persons, or group that is steering this whole expedition towards me. Because there's no way that separate groups, unless they're connected, would know that I'm being gang stalked, okay? If there's, like, say if there's 5 different gang stalking groups. One gang stalking group decides to target you, and then another gang stalking group decides to target you 2 months later, and then they both end up doing the same exact thing, propping people up around you to repeat gang stalk, and oh my god, gang stalk weird, gang stalk crazy in that way. That would show either 2 things: that it's being intentionally done, and or if these groups were working together. What am I trying to say? Sorry about that. I'm a little tongue-tied right now because I'm a little nervous because I want to try and get as much information in this video as possible. That's why I'm talking so fast. Now, basically what I'm saying is, think this through for a second. Say if you're at a university campus, whether it be SDSU, USD, California State San Marcos, UCSD, whatever, and say if you go to 7 different places in one day, 2 restaurants, a mall, your bank, post office, laundromat, and everywhere you went during that day, gang stalk and oh my god was repetitively said around you, along with gang stalk weird, gang stalk crazy. What would you deduce in your mind if you were able to literally notice that it's being said? The first 2 places you might think to yourself, this is weird. What is this, a new fad or something? Okay. 3rd, 4th place, you start thinking to yourself, what the hell's going on here? 5th, 6th, and 7th, you're already aware that something's going on that don't make complete sense at all. Now, that's actually one of the schemes and motivations behind the non-stop, identical verbal harassment and targeted experiences every day by different people. Because what they're basically doing, okay, is that in order to claim that you're being stalked, the regular stalking laws are where you're being stalked by the same person or persons, okay, more than once. You're being followed by more than once. In gang stalking, they use different people every day. That way they can claim, well, why would this 16-year-old be gang stalking you, Leslie? Why would this 9-year-old be verbally harassing you in the way you've mentioned? Why would this single mother who's walking her infant down the road and who's a witness to an event that you took a role in, like an assault or whatever, why would that person be gang stalking you, Leslie? Because these are filthy whores that are propped up and being used to participate in the event in the way they're being solicited to do so before the event took place. Gang stalking, in reference to some of their operations pertaining to how they work, is to intentionally let the target overtly, directly know they're being gang stalked. And that is done to put them in a fearful mindset, a paranoid mindset, because some of the types of people they'll use are just the low-life scums of the earth. And I'm a Christian, so I don't mean to call human beings lowlifes, but would you consider a pedophile a lowlife? Would you consider that's a bad example, because how do you know a person's a pedophile just by looking at them? The point being is this, is that we all know deep in our hearts that when we see a person walking down the street with their pants hanging off their ass, tattoos all over their body, walking like a gangster, okay, and even verbally acting like a punk, what do you think you're going to deduce? That this person's possibly a member of a gang. Of course you will. And if you don't have the ability to be honest with yourself, well then shame on you, because you know you will. Okay? It's how we've been conditioned to believe. Stereotyping. The point being is this, is that when a person is being harassed by people they don't know in the same way every day, some of these people who are used look the worst. You're gonna get in and be in a hypervigilant mindset. Your body's going to constantly be reacting to the stress because you don't even yet have a name pertaining to what's happening to you yet. Okay? So you're starting to wonder, how can all this be going on? When you become a gang stalking target right out in the open for the first time and you don't know what's happening to you is gang stalking, you can be gaslighted with gang stalking methods. Hang on. You can be gang stalked with gaslighting methods by 100 people in a matter of a week, at least. Because the perpetrators in the system that are managing these criminal realities are connected to people on parole, people on probation, church groups, fraternities, sororities, you name it. Okay? And what all of these different persons and groups are being told are lies about the target in order to get them to do something for them for free, assisting in mentally harassing a target. They'll employ punks and actual criminals who will assault the target and rape the target. They create the homelessness of a targeted individual. These little filthy rats will basically literally do anything and everything to victimize you. Anything and everything. And most of the ones they're using, only about 11% are actual part of the syndicates. The other percent, like the 83 to 89%, are just nothing but Duke community members who are told what to do, and what they're told to do is the same exact thing that everybody else is told to do. As a result, the target feels ganged upon. And they feel stalked as a result because they got to know where you're at and who you are to do it. Gang stalking. Gang stalking is not stalking by gangs. It's community-based, organized harassment made to make it appear that everybody that's doing it towards you is part of one collective mindset, because everybody that they use is told to do the same thing. Now, getting back to the meat and potatoes pertaining to Curtis Webb, I'm all over the internet exposing UCSD. I'm friggin' all over the internet exposing UCSD pertaining to them being involved in the gang stalking of me. Okay? Cyber surveillance is a method of gang stalking. So is cell phone hacking. You know, when they hack into the cell phone, they can use it as, they can literally even hear what a target says in the privacy of their own environment. Okay? As a result of hacking into the phone and using it as a microphone, hacking into the camera on the phone, and using the phone as a GPS tracker. Is this how they're able to know where the target's at in real time at all times in order to prop up the crafted harassment for the target to experience along their routes and where they live? Absolutely. That way they can apply plausible deniability to the event pertaining to what they did to the target. Robbery, rape, assault, whatever. That's right. The point being is this. How does a UC Davis doctor, okay, end up living with a woman? He ends up raping her, getting her pregnant. Then he flees the state to Maryland. She petitions the court for child payments. And then Curtis Webb is brought into the picture by him, even though he's already living in Maryland. Well, the rape was probably gang stalking related to begin with. And she probably discovered what was happening to her was gang stalking in between all this. That's how she was able to apply the name to it. But how does a doctor from Maryland reconnect back with a district attorney's office officer, Curtis Webb, in the DA's office in San Diego when he's in Maryland? Because it's a nationwide syndicate. And he knows who's connected because he was already connected to the gang stalking. So, through his connections in the government, he initiated California Protection Services, and the campaign of the gang stalking also put her in vulnerable situations so they can make it appear that CPS had the normal appearing legitimate reasons to know what was going on in order to find the excuse to take her child. Now, was the rape done intentionally to get her pregnant so she could have this child, so the child could be taken from her and used as a sock puppet for a straw person? Every time you take a child away from an abusive parent, one that's legitimately abusive, that child will go into foster care homes. Organized crime syndicates are going into HUD offices and real estate agencies and buying up homes and creating group homes and foster care homes. And then they're going hunting. They will intentionally impregnate a woman so the child gives birth. gang stalk the mother to make sure she's kept under so she can never get out of the circumstances she's in. And the circumstances are used to call her an unfit mother so the child can be taken away. Every time a child is placed in a syndicated run, organized crime foster care home, federal, state, and local funds are applied for in that child's name, and the child is eventually gang stalked once they get old enough to understand that they're being harassed intentionally. Okay? The point being is that they're doing the same thing to adults, except they're not putting them in foster care homes, they're putting them in group homes. People that are on disability, people that have fixed incomes like disability, pensions, single women, single mothers, single fathers, the elderly, veterans, anybody and everybody they can do this to and get away with it, they will. Make no mistake about it. So I uploaded that video on 8/9/2014, August 8, 2014, and then guess what kind of filthy rat ass and then guess who comes down to my hiking area to give me an eviction notice? UCSD and their little filthy skanky asses. That's right. Now UC Davis is already connected to the blog pertaining to what they did to this woman. Okay, now I was already all over the internet stating that doctors are connected to gang stalking, universities are connected to gang stalking, police are connected to gang stalking, and so are lawyers. And Curtis Webb is a lawyer, I believe. I don't know if he is or not, but it wouldn't matter anyways. Who works for the fraud department in San Diego in the DA's office. Now, the fraud department was where they steered me to go to when I went into the Hall of Justice to ask to speak with the DA. Okay? They said, well, if you want to speak to the DA, go to the 7th floor. I went to the 7th floor. I said, is this the DA's office? They said, yes, but it's the fraud department. I said, well, I guess that will do. So I start telling the person that they brought out about me being gang stalked. I handed them literature concerning it, and she baited me to open up about how I believe that this crime is happening to me. I told her that individuals are being put along my route every day on a daily basis and repeating crazy. At that time, they were only repeating crazy and weird and physical gestures. Go to YouTube and type in "learning disabled woman catches gang stalker admitting sent to harass, read comments." That's me catching 3 teenagers admitting they were put on the 928 bus, the very same exact bus route, okay, that I was assaulted on, and the same exact bus route that I told her that I take, that I also told her that is being used for the gang stalking of me. Now, this whole event in reference to me going down to the San Diego DA's office, being led to go to the 7th floor, I go to the 7th floor, which ends up being the fraud department. I tell them some of the ways I'm being gang stalked. I told her what bus route I take. 2 days later, I'm brutally assaulted, okay, on the MTS bus. Go to YouTube and type in "learning disabled woman brutally assaulted on an MTS bus." Then go to Google and type in "learning disabled woman explains and or exposes how MTS assault video is altered." Then go back to the YouTube video of the assault. Look in the description of that YouTube video. There's some copied and pasted information in it. One part of that information is a pasted blog's URL address that all you have to do is click on. It's towards the bottom. Once you click on that blog and it opens up, scroll down to the bottom of the blog and you will see a little itty bitty attached PDF link. Click on it. It's titled Assault 11. You'll literally be able to see I predicted that assault just 11 days before it occurred in an email file. And information from MTS acknowledging that the assault did take place on October 10th. Look at the date on the email, and look how it states in the email that there's a great likelihood that I'll be assaulted either walking, riding my bike, or on public transportation. Now, I was brutally assaulted at this area on July 9th, 2014, and I made a video predicting it just 2 days before, right at this very spot. The video prediction was uploaded the day that I made it. Go to YouTube and type in "learning disabled woman brutally assaulted again," and you're going to be looking for the YouTube video that is dated 07/06/14. "Learning disabled woman predicts assault." Then go to YouTube and type in, and then go in the description of that YouTube video, and you'll see the actual assault video. Okay. Now I still hold the video file on my memory card pertaining to the video prediction that took place on July 6, 2014. And then I also got the video file on the video card pertaining to the assault. So, each video file has a time and stamp date on it. The video prediction was made on the 6th, right at the very spot that the assault took place at, 2 days later at the very spot. Then I was assaulted on January 30th, 2014, right across the street from this area by a man who was seen by me talking to who? Well, hang on a second. One of these two guys. Why are they saying... Why are these two men saying gang stalk together? Then one says gang stalking, and then that same one says gang stalking, I'm gonna fuck you up. And one of them two men were directly connected to the slew of men that they brought up in here to hike out 100 feet away, who harassed me day and night, every day and night, practically non-stop from a distance, okay? From November 2012 to mid-April 2014. They're both saying gang stalk together, then one says gang stalking, and then that same one says gang stalking, I'm gonna fuck you up. Okay? Now, gang stalking, oh my god, has also been caught being said around me in Yucca Valley, California, which is 169 miles away from where the event that you just heard took place on a sidewalk right across the street, right up the street. One of the two men that was played a role in that event was directly connected to the bunch of assholes that they set up to hike out 100 feet away. He was seen by me talking to the guy who assaulted me right across the street on January 30th, 2014, before and after that assault took place. That assault was predicted in an audio digital running recording tape recorder 8.5 hours before it occurred, 90 seconds before it occurred, and 30 seconds before it occurred. So, we got 3 assaults of 4 that have been predicted. You do the math. Now, I have been exposing it all over the internet since 2011 on video that these expeditions are directly connected to human trafficking, land co-opting, property co-opting, mortgage co-opting, trust fund liquidation, identity theft, you name it. I left this area on the night of December 5th, 2014. Went to go to Yucca Valley. I was there for 1 week and came back. It's the only time that I've been out of San Diego County at all since I arrived back in San Diego on August 8, 2011. Today's date is October 8, 2014. Do you hear individuals on this bus say gang stalking, oh my god, back to back, and then a woman just flat out says gang stalking? This occurred on December 11th, 2012, almost 1 full complete year before this Thanksgiving event that you just heard.
Well, look at that car right there. So cute. To the left, it just turned. No. One of those little French cars. No. Cheese. Your first child? Yeah. Okay. Hopefully I got my quick one. I'll take the whole thing. The first one. She never cried. I'm going to go hang it up in my she's already copied. I'm going to take my American flag out. Little kind of flag. Take it out. I'm going to hang it in the window and I'm going to put it on. I wish I did it in three. Oh, yeah. When it will get rich. Oh, yeah, that might work. Now, it's American flag.
You know, I'm going to be really mad if you stopped right here, because we could have... Yeah, we are.
They say in 15 years we'll be putting RFID chips in all newborns.
We could have not walked all the way to the Social Security office.
It's a radio... There's so many buses that go... It's a radio frequency identification implant. You never heard of that? Google it. Yeah. You got kids, you should. I hope they're covered. That's beautiful.
Okay, now you just heard a bunch of different men say gang stalking, oh my god. I'm now going to play you a longer version of the Thanksgiving event, and if you listen very carefully, you will hear oh my god being said. I think it's right before these guys say gang stalk together. Okay, hold on a second. Alright, hold on. Listen for always saying, they're saying gang stalk together, gang stalking, and then gang stalking, I'll fuck you up, and oh my God is said. You just gotta carefully listen. This is the same exact verbal harassment I experienced on UCSD campus and FDSU, Ross Grocery Store, Jack in the Box, you name it.
Okay, do you hear these guys say gang stalk?
Hang on, that's the wrong one. Okay, it's right here. Okay, he said, he goes, oh my God. I'm going to start it over. Listen for him saying it in the background. Okay? Okay, now, UCSD, this has been caught. When you go to this WordPress blog, okay, that I showed you earlier, there's a slew amount of videos of the same exact methodology happening around me every place I go, including UCSD. So, one of the individuals that played a role in the Thanksgiving event directly connected to this area, okay? Alright, directly connected to this area, UCSD comes down to this area to evict me. The day after I start looking up lawyers' addresses, phone numbers, and fax numbers on their very computer in their library. Okay? So, let me show you the ticket they gave me. Okay? It's right here. It was put on Instagram this morning again. Okay, this has got to be 15 seconds. University of California Police Department. This is the ticket number 78487. This is the ticket in order to get UCSD SDPD whistleblower to move it from this area, August 27th. So, basically, gang stalking has been caught happening on UCSD campus. It's been caught happening here by individuals that were put up on the sidewalk to say it. It was caught by individuals that they propped up to hike 100 feet away. You just heard one of those individuals say, gang is stalking, I'm gonna fuck you up. So, if I move, and when I move to these areas that I'm gonna move to, they're completely isolated from neighbors. I got neighbors across the street from here, right across the street, and neighbors up on the hill behind me. One of them called the police as I was being assaulted here. Basically what they do is make targets homeless. Initiate the gang stalking of them to make them homeless. Gang stalk them from multiple motel rooms, multiple apartment buildings, until they're made homeless, and then covertly kept homeless. Okay? Just go to Google and type in how gang stalking creating homelessness of targets. You'll see I'm telling you the truth. They get landlords and property owners on board, mail theft and mail delayment postal workers, okay? In order to achieve this, they then initiate the wide open gang stalking towards you everywhere you go, provoking the target to act out verbally and or physically, assaulting the target, and then whenever the police are called, either by them or by the target or by a staged witness, they will then claim that the target is mentally ill because she thinks we're stalking her. The police will file a falsified incident report and or police report. This continues over time until they feel they got enough reports to claim that the target's mentally ill. They then make the target a ward of the state. Organized crime, syndicated run group homes. The gang stalking continues in these homes. The target is drugged, raped. Go to YouTube right now and type in stalked, drugged, and raped. Is it happening here in San Antonio? In fact, the testimony that both of those women give, I already had written in blogs and in emails that go all the way back to 2006. The one woman says that the people entered her apartment and turned on the lights. That's in the same blog pertaining to how I said, oh my God, was being said around me, okay, in Michigan. Okay? And then the second woman said that they entered her apartment and stole some jewelry and returned it later. In my duffel bag right here, I got an email from 2006 literally stating they entered my apartment, stole stuff out of my backpack, and then returned it at a later date. These emails and blogs were posted in 2006, 7, and 8. The blog's by them, okay? So, that news broadcast didn't occur until February 17, 2010. You do the math. My name is Leslie Williams. If I'm raped, robbed, or assaulted at any of my new hiking areas, it'll be gang stalking related.